Man, I love Mario. You might even consider me a Mario superfan, but actually, not really. I love the games, but I'm not that into them, that I know every in and out, the names of the levels, and every single thing about it. However, I gotta tell you, Super Mario is awesome, especially Super Mario World. This is the Game Boy version. It fits on this device called the Revo K. You can load ROMs and emulators onto it, but essentially it was made to be the perfect Game Boy Advance. So, knowing that devices like this exist for under $100, what could you come to expect from a device that is around $30? Well, let me introduce you to the Fire Cord. If you don't recall, this is the beautiful system that brought us the legendary Donkey Kong 99. If you haven't seen that video, make sure to catch up on it after this. Donkey Kong 99 was an abomination from hell. There's no questioning that. And this is the portable video game player. 16-bit SEGA game. Just one, folks. The important thing that I want you to pay attention to here is that it says it has 100 classic SEGA games. Now, we obviously know that this is a complete lie because it's a clone system of a clone system. This is not the Fire Core. This is the Fire Cord. So, I'm going to fire it up, and I'm going to show you something that you might end up regretting knowing exists. See, the problem with the system is it's just a tad bit too slow. But how does a SEGA Genesis emulate a Super Nintendo game if it literally can't? You guys remember that music? You guys remember that classic Mario tune? There's a reason why I don't record a lot of these clone consoles on TVs or use capture cards, and basically you're seeing it. Not only is the video signal pretty crap, but yeah, a lot of the time it just doesn't work. So we're gonna go ahead and record this straight off the device itself. So forgive me for the guerrilla style here. The intro says it all, doesn't it? I mean, this is Super Mario World you remember? This is not Super Mario World. In fact, the intro screen to select the players is the original Super Mario Brothers. And the only change is that Mario is doubled and colored green instead. And they're using assets from Super Mario All-Stars also. This isn't the original. Now, when you get into the game, the first thing you're going to instantly realize is that by pressing certain buttons, you're literally throwing a Hadouken, like Ken and Ryu from Street Fighter. And also, you're picking up boxes. Am I really playing this? This isn't level 1 of Mario Brothers. In fact, this is a variation on the Lost Levels. And you can jump through things. So there's a few different things going on here with this game. Number 1, Mario isn't jumping on Koopas and Goombas to kill them. Number 2, Mario's picking up boxes, something he couldn't do in the games almost ever, unless you count Super Mario Bros. 2, but that was kind of a different game. And number 3, there's no iconic block smashing. So basically, if you didn't notice, there's quite a few differences in this version's Super Mario World. In that you don't even collect coins either or get power-ups. You get first aid kits, and you get diamonds that are often off-screen or on portions where you can't really get them properly or just inside the walls. Pipes don't work. Jumping on enemies hurts you. Everything is wrong with this game. Is this a real game? It would be like if you gave someone just a little bit of information about Mario and said, here, program the game now. I'm going to tell you about it. Nothing is what it should be in this game. The only thing that makes sense is the area that you're in. Mario is actually Mario, and you jump. And that's it. Everything else is completely different. Mario has hearts. Hearts! What Where's the mushrooms? Ladies and gentlemen, did a child somehow get this game and think this is what Mario was about? When you beat a level, you don't get a flagpole. You just go to the next level. There's no satisfaction in beating this game or beating this level. This game is literally one of the worst Mario ripoffs I've ever played in my life. I mean, it's bad, man. And when I say it's bad, it's only worsened by the fact that this console can't run games at proper speeds. So what you're seeing right now isn't a good frame rate either. The frame rate is something like 20 at best, maybe 15. It's really, really choppy. After 2 levels, you come upon a castle. Once again, ripped straight from Super Mario All-Stars. You can see that some of the blocks that were hit and their assets taken normally would be like the fire rope that spins in a circle. Nope, not there. Just literally gone. And instead, everything is replaced with flying Koopas that just fly at you. At one point in time in this game, I saw a Koopa that was flying at me that didn't have wings. So the developer was so lazy, he didn't even catch his own mistake there, in that he forgot to put wings on one of them. Yeah, that's how shallow and pathetic this game is. No fireball, no hazards. Basically, you get the Bowser after 2 castles. This is what you have to look forward to. An oversized Bowser who teleports all over the place, randomly. This battle was extremely tedious and difficult and hard for all the wrong reasons. It's not fun. For no reason at all, crates will spawn. These are obviously for killing Bowser. There's no questioning that. You can hit him with fireballs, you can hit him with crates, but that's essentially what it is. He's massively huge and randomly appears at certain points on the screen due to a very obvious programming error. He just teleports there for whatever reason. It's not even a smooth transition whatsoever at times. So, yeah, potentially also one of the worst boss battles I've ever fought. I'm not making these cuts. This is literally the game you're seeing right now. There's no, I can't make the game look worse. I can't make it work worse. Nothing. This is what you get. Are you seeing this, man? I want to jump on enemies. I can't jump on enemies. The jumping mechanics are absolute trash too. This is Super Mario World running on a SEGA Genesis. I feel bad for anyone who played this game thinking this is what Mario was. I would imagine this is what Russia would have gotten if they weren't permitted to have Mario Brothers, or China, or North Korea or something. Like this is their bootleg version of Mario. And I feel extremely depressed and sad that some child actually experienced Mario in this way, and this was their first experience with Mario. This is terrible. This is what an alien would think Mario Brothers is just by describing it to him and using as little deep detail as possible. So here's the soulless abomination known as Super Mario World on the Fire Cord. I'm quite sure it's referred to under a different name and title set, but the title itself in the game is Super Mario World. So if you're looking to get this ROM, you're gonna have to look up bootleg versions of Super Mario World. But just don't. And the game over screen isn't much better. It's unique. I'm not sure where this game over screen came from, but this, I don't recall it being in any type of Mario game. So yeah, go ahead, enjoy it. Game over. That's all she wrote. On to the outro. The only good thing I have to say about this game is that it shows you exactly why it's important that you get Mario from Nintendo and not anyone else. If you thought Hotel Mario was bad, this takes the cake, man. This is actively worse than a Philips CDI version of Mario. Cheesy cutscenes and all. This is one of the most horrendous games I've ever played. But unlike indie startups like Mighty Number 9, this probably didn't have $2 to $3 million behind it, and hundreds of thousands and an entire team. This is probably one lone pirate taking assets from a game and putting them into another game without knowing the source material that well, and or just being too lazy to accurately portray it. So you have this that you could pay for around $100. Maybe you could get less, maybe a little bit more, but no more than $200. Plays all sorts of Game Boy Advance games. Or you have this, which includes this beautiful version of Super Mario World on a SEGA Genesis emulator, which doesn't work that well. I wonder, which one should I pick? Well, hell, you know what? You could even hack a PSP, and that would be just as good. And you can get PSPs for around 30 to 50 bucks on eBay. The point being that when these clone consoles come out, they are so terrible that you would be better off never having experienced a game like this before than to even experience it and say, oh yeah, I played that terrible game. Because I am now actively a worse person. I feel worse about myself. I actively feel terrible that I experienced this game. And I said that about Mighty No. 9, but my God, I would way rather play Mighty No. 9 than this. And that's saying something. So folks, clone consoles of clone consoles of clone consoles. Not even once